Welcome back, fellow lords of gaming, and we have it right there. We've got our new update for the October update sneak peek from Marvel Future Fight, and it looks like we're gonna have more Phoenix Force. So we previously had the Phoenix Force update inside the game with the Phoenix 5 that included Emma Frost, Colossus, Magic, Cyclops. A bunch of those characters basically got imbued with the powers of the Phoenix Force. This run's probably going to be a little bit different, and it's probably going to upset people a little bit as well. It's probably, at the very least, is going to be divisive. So one of the reasons why I say that is because obviously inside the trailer we know who that is. The Phoenix Force has returned to find a new host, and many superheroes and supervillains alike compete to gain the enormous power of the Phoenix Force. This superhero has decided to join the fray. The shield burns bright. So we already know that that update basically signifies the incoming of Captain America's Phoenix Force powers. The run that we're specifically looking at probably for this update is the Into the Phoenix Force, which was done by Jason Aaron and Javier Garron. I'll show you some of the images from that. He was on artistic duties, which I think he did a fantastic job, by the way. Captain America has so many damn uniforms in the game that I think it's going to be divisive, because like, does he really need a uniform compared to some of the characters we wanted reworks for in the first place? Like, if you know anything about the Phoenix Force, you know there's a litany of mutant characters who could have received these powers. Hope Summers could have been introduced into the game. Thane, son of Thanos, could have got an update for Phoenix Force uniform. We could have had, for instance, Professor X have a uniform. Rachel Summers, she is at, level 7, could have had received the uniform. Quentin Quire, both those characters inside the game, and they could have received Phoenix Force uniforms. This one doesn't look so mutant. Heavy though. This one looks like it's more on the Avengers line, which I guess is kind of strange and weird, because for years the Phoenix Force seemed to specifically work on telepathy, telekinesis, or psychic level characters. And then last year, this time frame, Jason Aaron started this run where the Phoenix Force was basically going to host a tournament to choose its champions. And you have various characters like Doctor Doom, so we could see an update for the uniform for Doctor Doom. He got a uniform inside the game. You even had Neymar reappearing as another Phoenix Force holder inside the game. My favorite that I'm really hoping that we get is Black Panther. Black Panther actually was a part of the tournament and did get a Phoenix Force power. Now, keep in mind that these characters didn't get the full Phoenix Force power. They got a portion of the power, so that way they could compete against each other. So it wasn't like these characters were like on Jean Grey Dark Phoenix levels or anything like that. It was just that they received a portion of those powers. So some of the other people notable that we could possibly see is like Luke Cage, although I think his current uniform makes him pretty damn utility and useful and good enough. Hyperion, who most definitely needs a uniform, could use this, although in the storyline the Phoenix Force power doesn't jive with his superpower, so I don't really see it working out. Like, this dude just couldn't handle the power of the Phoenix Force, basically due to his superpowers. That should let you know how stupid it is that he's as weak as he is inside this game. How would the Duck receive the Phoenix Force powers? I know people don't want to see that. We just received an update for Shang-Chi, and he was also part of the Phoenix Force and received the powers. So Shauna, the She-Devil, she was in there. You had a bunch of characters, but some of my favorites were, like I said, Black Panther, Namor, Doctor Doom. Although I will say, Javier Garron, you can find his versions of the characters and his development for them online. And this was Black Panther, so I want to show you those. But here goes some of the artwork from the comic. You can see off to the left here, that's She-Hulk, Namor. This is Shauna, the She-Devil. That's Hyperion over here in the back. Obviously, this is Captain America. You can see Wolverine obviously was part of the tournament. I'd almost hate to see Wolverine's power, because every time we get a Wolverine costume, it seems like we get a half-ass attempt at Wolverine's costume, and just irks me to no end. Like, just really does. You can see, like I said, Shang-Chi in the back, Echo, Black Knight. So there's a few characters inside there that really go, that really would, you know, people obviously, no matter what you do, the Phoenix Force uniforms look so unique in this game that you're going to get people that want to have them. Like, if you look at some of these characters inside here that have previously worn the Phoenix Force uniforms, they're not all necessarily good in terms of, like, you know, how do you say this? They're all not necessarily good in terms of like their power levels and how they were reflected in the game, but they were pretty goddamn, like, you know, top of the line. So, like, for instance, Cyclops' uniform right here, and I want you to pay attention to the level of detail on these costumes as well, because they definitely went into a lot of work and detail on. Colossus looks absolutely amazing inside here. He became a beast for a little while, but then he kind of fell off. I'm calling him Colossus, I mean Cyclops. Colossus, meanwhile, got the uniform, and he is still a great utility character. Not necessarily a character you're using to output damage, but in terms of his defensive, his immunity to damage and stuff like that, a lot of people still use him inside PvP. And if you look at that costume, it looks absolutely amazing. So you can see some of the characters. Meanwhile, those characters right there, they kind of rose to the top, and characters that we thought that would get, you know, some really good power upgrades, like Emma Frost. This uniform ended up being a complete dud in terms of like power levels inside the game. Now, she definitely looked like waifu, and a lot of people jumped on that immediately. One of the characters that we're probably going to get, not probably, we know we're going to get her inside Marvel Future Revolution, and I previously showed you guys this, is Magic. Magic's uniform inside this game for the Phoenix Force powers look absolutely amazing. We could see some semblance of this power or this this costume inside the game for Marvel Future Revolution. It's totally plausible. So when we look at those characters, like even, and then the last one was Neymar. I forgot to show you him, I'm sorry. Neymar also got the power of the Phoenix Force. Now, his uniform inside the run for, you know, the Phoenix Force just looks slightly different, but we could possibly see a Phoenix Force uniform for him update. I doubt we see because we already have this Phoenix 5 uniform for him. I doubt we'll see that Phoenix Force. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't see him getting this uniform. I see more than likely Captain America, Black Panther, and maybe, like, I don't even know, She-Hulk would probably receive these uniforms. Like, it'd be interesting to see, because even characters like Moon Girl's Devil Dinosaur, they got updates. So it's like, it's weird to try to guess from that long laundry list of people. But if I had to guess, I'd be like She-Hulk, Captain America, Black Panther, and She-Hulk would probably it says She-Hulk already, excuse me, Wolverine would probably be, you know, people that we probably see with these powers or these uniforms in this update. My hope is that we're not just being limited to just the Phoenix Force uniform update, because this would really just be a update in terms of uniforms, which means that it would be money heavy, so therefore it wouldn't be like necessarily free to play friendly. Although for the Marvel Future Revolution crowd, the uniforms would be cheaper by far to anything that we see inside those games. Typically, uniforms are released inside here, and they cost about 1,750 crystals in this game. 1,750 crystals in this game is roughly the equivalent of about $17-20, because in this game you are getting pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio on your crystals. So it's pretty much $1 is equal to 100 crystals, if you can imagine that. The uniforms do typically come with a bonus discount sale as well, so they're usually 40% off at launch. It's always hard for me to invest in that 40% off, because I know usually in the month of November for Black Friday, we usually have the Black Friday event, and then costumes are usually 50% off. So unless a uniform is just like dead smack on, like I have to have it for that month or something like that, I'll typically wait. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they choose to do in terms of this. But I think it's a great update that's coming, because I think it's going to be one of those that will make Netmarble some money inside the think we're in the third quarter, because I think that is one of those things that's just going to appeal to players. Players are going to want these uniforms. You can see the art effects inside of them and everything that they hold, so players are going to jump on it. It's a good way for Netmarble to generate revenue for the game, and yeah, so I'm a little excited about it. I think I'm coming across as a little bit like not so excited, but I am. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.